Welcome back to the Retro Pioneers podcast. Guys, we have got another amazing interview for you. We're bringing you back to some people in the community here. We've got an anime aficionado, a gaming enthusiast, a comic book fan. We have got Mr. Relentless here with us, guys. How you doing today, Mr. Relentless?
I'm good. I'm good.
Doing good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, guys. It's going to be a fun show. We're going to get into his origins as a content creator, what he does in his city, what kind of inspired him, what his favorite animes are, favorite games. We're going to go through all the lists. We're going to have just a fun, nerdy conversation today. First, Mr. Justin, how you doing? It's been, 5 minutes since I last saw you, but how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. We keeping the ball rolling, man, trying to get the next segment started. And, that was a lot of pressure, getting that work, but we made it happen. And, we about to have fun tonight.
Yeah. We just finished
How
up
about
a
you?
nice. Doing well. We just finished up a nice episode of Four Dudes Banter. We got the crew back together, and we're just rolling right into our lovely interview show here, and just trying to shed light on some more people in the blurred community, an upcoming creator here who's doing some good things that we both noticed. And so let's get into Relentless. Tell us, where you from? What's like your main emphasis on your channels and your social media handles? Give us a quick little background about yourself.
Boy, what's funny right now is like I can't help but laugh at the moment because one, I hate talking about myself, but also I sent the link to my boys, the Authentic Blurs, and they're like, "Damn, you need new internet." And so they're like, they're cracking on me right now, and it's hilarious. But I'm from Virginia.
Shout out to the DMV.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I started my podcast in 2020. I started it in undergrad because it was a part of a project where our professor was like, okay, you can either do a blog, a vlog, or a podcast. And I think it was me and like one other person that did a podcast. And at the time I was deciding what it was going to be about, what the name was. And I was like, I'll just do woke, but I do it in quotations mark to be funny because like, I don't think I'm the most knowledgeable person about everything. But in the times that we're in, that's the thing that a lot of people like to be is woke. So, it's basically like just to be funny, but it started with me interviewing people about their experiences being Black. Because we
Experience.
Hmm?
We say, oh yes, we're shaking the man down.
Yeah, that's why I started laughing. I saw his response. Just because we all have different experiences. I'm from the country. All of my roommates are from major cities. One of my boys, who's our roommate in undergrad, he's from Africa. So it's like we've all had different conversations and different experiences. What it's like being Black, being dark skinned, being light skinned, being mixed. One of my boys, shout out Lou's albino. That's a whole different experience too. And that's where it started. But it's one of those things too, where it's like me just being who I am. This isn't all I want to talk about. So it's also being knowledgeable or woke about things like anime, movies, TV, relationships, family. Recently, I put out 2 episodes like, what does it even mean to be pro-Black? And like, who can be pro-Black and things like that. So it's like, it started as this idea to just make sure I do good in school, but then it actually turned into a thing.
No, I love those origins because you can definitely see how it has the scholarly origins. Obviously, it's a project for school, so you have to relate it to socioeconomical, sociological things and stuff like that, and kind of get into the nitty gritty. And then you take it to, you kind of flowed into the Black experience, which a lot of people don't realize. If you're watching this show and you're not Black, the Black experience spread across the diaspora is wide. It's a swath. It's a big, wide thing. It's a spectrum. And so you have to understand that being able to touch on it and talk about it is something we need more of. And so I love how I can see those scholarly origins and how you grew out of it. You grew with it, kind of the entertainment and how, what kind of entertainment culture we like and all that connective tissue. What have you had any kind of discoveries, any interesting findings, like just kind of on this journey when you started from grad school?
Wow. I would say I've had a few, and these are some things too that we talked about on a recent episode of my podcast, is that, and if I'm just saying this to be completely transparent, is some people who say Black people aren't a monolith don't realize that they are asking us to be a monolith. And it's one of those things where it's like, we are still individual people at the end of the day. Like, I know black people who are Republican. I know black people who are Democrat. I know black people who are gay, straight, don't believe in nothing, believe in, astrology, believe in God, believe in Allah.
Yeah.
Like, if you're trying to get us all to be this one big thing, you're in for a rude awakening, and it's not going to happen. And I think having those conversations with people, it's like, we got to be real about that. Like, and that's just like the real truth of it. Even when it comes down to stuff like being black, like in anime and being video games and stuff like that, we got to make sure that we're supporting ourselves, but also that someone's just not going to like it. And it is what it is. But it's one of those things where it's like, let's do it authentically, but let's not do it just to appease somebody.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a fine line too. And it's like, it feels like, unfortunately, in the gaming and the anime and in the comic book space, that sometimes we aren't the ones who are even able to define that, because the anti-woke crowd is so quick and fast to say something the moment they see us appearing in something. We haven't even had a chance ourselves to look at the material and see if it's authentic or not. Or we're like, it just got announced. We haven't even had a chance to look at it.
Right.
They're like on the announcement, ready to drop a bomb. And so we need as many people as we can,
I mean,
doing
you
the
remember when the Black Ariel, the mermaid, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know how many people hated that, and they wasn't fully trying to embrace it. They were like, you can't have Ariel black, but I
The
see she
movie
didn't
was
do a
good from
bad
what I
job.
heard.
It
Everybody
was.
who saw it loved it.
I loved it.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
it
it
was
just because I
Would I
didn't want
watch it
to.
again? No. No, I would
Yeah, I
not
mean,
watch it again.
it's not for me. Exactly. I supported it. I was tweeting everything about it, but I'll have to watch it on streaming. But
So I mean, hey man, you got to take it or leave it, bro. It's we here and we're gonna show up and show out.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, we just need more volume as we get more, and that's what people are getting upset about on the other side, is that the volume of us is increasing, because we have more black writers now, there's more black producers, there's more black programmers, there's more black journalists, more everything, more every black, Hispanic, Latin, we're all coming up out of the age where, and we're producing works now, and people are upset about that. So we just got to keep producing, keep the volume up. If we keep the volume high, we'll keep drowning those voices out more and more.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you something I heard the other day. Someone at my job had mentioned something about a black anime, right? But in his defense, he said, I hope we can get an anime where we're not far as targeted as like super dark, like with the red lips and stuff like that, but more of a brown skin or more of a light brown skin or something type anime. And the other guys, they hated it. No, black people should be in anime. I'm like, what can you do, bro? Like, we need it.
Yeah.
That gets into a whole conversation about with art. I wonder that specifically about anime sometimes, is why do people get so rigid about anime? Because anime, I mean, especially nowadays, it's a digital palette and all the colors are right there on the side of the screen. They could just pick and put so many different colors in an anime because it's all done digitally so quickly. And I wonder why not, just for the sake of adding more vibrancy to their art. Why aren't you just adding more skin tones, just even amongst the white spectrum? Because, or the light skin spectrum, I should say, because, Japanese people aren't all one shade. Asian people aren't all one shade. Even my wife is Asian. Her mom, brother, and sister are all different shades of light. It's like, so I wish they would embrace the art of showing the different shades more, and let the art carry through more. And then the people who get mad about it and think it's political, they'll fall to the wayside, because they'll realize that it's artful to show diversity. But I digress. Let's move on, Mr. Relentless. So tell us, what was it that got you specifically kind of into anime? What was that breakthrough anime for yourself that sparked the interest?
Well, my first anime, even though I'm young, I'm 26. My first anime was Dragon Ball.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like the original, and then it went from Ball to Z. So it's like those two, like at around the same area. But it was one of those things where it's like, it was just so cool. And then later in time, you actually look at the story and how it goes and the progression and the themes at play, and it's just one of those things where it's like it just really captivates you. And it was the anime that helped take off anime here in the West.
100%. Yes, it was. It was something about that Dragon Ball. It was the right time, right place, right style, everything. It was kind of the perfect segue for all of us who were comic book heads and were coming off of, who grew up on G.I. Joe. There was something actiony about it that was missing in American cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy, right? Something I kind of thought about the other day was when Dragon Ball was first implemented, right? That was the Wulon or Wukong.
Wukong.
Like, that was the Wukong of animation then.
Mhm.
Because, for one, Goku had the staff. Goku was a monkey. Goku was on the west side. So it's like that was their way of bringing that culture to America. Because like we seen the old, I don't know we all as a whole, but I know I seen the old Japan and Japanese versions of Wukong and Journey to the West and stuff like that in that nature. And I couldn't really get too much into it because it was in a language where I could not understand at that time. I was too young to appreciate another culture, but when Dragon Ball came out and they gave us the English, it was like, okay, well, this is nice. But then when you start stumbling towards the Japanese version of it, it's like, oh, this is a whole lot better. Even though I got to read the subtitles, it's way more, it fits the characters, But yeah, well, I digress though.
No, Dragon Ball was a perfect package for us. Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
What about and so how are you using anime on your channels and through your podcast? What's kind of the goal there?
So it's one of those things where it's like it's a part of it, just because I dabble and I talk about different things. But I think it's a part of it now, and it will always be, just because it's just gotten so big. Like on one of my recent episodes, we sat down and we talked about what's happened now. It's called the Great Shift. Is when like people start liking anime, and like it has become very heavily mainstream, and it's cool to talk about it just because, one, I get to express myself and my opinions, as well as I can hear what other people think and see what other people think. And I'm just someone who genuinely just loves the thought process of why people like the stuff that they do. Like, mainly in this space, the space where it's like nerddom and all like the fun stuff. It's like I do with other stuff too, like politics and all that, just because. But I mainly love it here, and it's a part of it just because it's a great conversation starting nowadays. Because it's like, this isn't like 2005 where we got to ask everybody what your favorite color was. It's like, no, if you go on the street and you pass 10 people, I guarantee you 7 out of 10 watch anime.
Yeah, it's gotten big.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten real big.
Well, so my take is, I wouldn't say anime has gotten big. It's just more people are willing to express that they love anime now. Because back then, a lot of people was kind of scared to kind of mention, oh, I watch anime. But back when we was young, right, I didn't know Dragon Ball was an anime. I just thought it was just a cartoon. So I didn't get hip to it that it was an anime until I started dabbling into the Japan, like the Japanese version of the shows. And that's when they start unlocking other shows like Sailor Moon and Yu Yu Hakusho and all those great classics. But it's just to the point where I just feel less people was willing to express that they like those type of shows then, and more people embracing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I kind of disagree with that a little bit. Just a little bit.
Go ahead, man. We need the hot takes.
Just because it's like we see that. I think two things can be true at once. I think that it is definitely a thing of people are just more open and people are more accepting. But I genuinely do think it's more mainstream and it's more popular right now, because it's like we got celebrities openly talking about it and doing it, which, if it's genuine or not, catch that on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But it's one of those things now where it's like we see it in, like, for example, like One Piece had the Lakers and the Dodgers had One Piece nights. Like that would not have happened in 2007. That would not have happened in 2009. We see it in the spaces now of like Usher, like his his child, I don't know if his son or his daughter, but one of his kids is a big fan of anime, especially one of the new ones, Jujutsu Kaisen, and he did a photo shoot as Gojo. And people loved it. Like,
Nice.
you know, with the whole bandana and doing this and everything, people like blew it up. And even one of those things too, where it's like now we see like Tom Brady, he just did an interview with a One Piece shirt on. When Akira Toriyama passed away, we saw so many people like post about. I know like Chris Brown has Goku figures, like built statues in his house in California, and he like posted with him, was like, you know, dang, can't believe he's gone, you know. And it's just one of those things where it's like, I think it is more mainstream, but it's also now we're in a space where it's like people can just express it, and it's like, okay, cool.
Because you got to kind of think about it, and the only reason why I say I kind of stand on that point is because think about it like this, right? Back then, when those shows first came out, there wasn't as many people interested in those shows to actually have like to be able to say, "Oh, I love Dragon Ball. I love this. I love that." Because it was the old school animes didn't really get they shine like these new ones are, right? So it's to the point where now the kids the adults that's celebrating anime was those kids back in 2005 and 2003. Now that they are adults, of course, when you've been introduced into something so popular as anime, you're going to bring it on to the next generation. So I think, like we talked about in the previous episode with me, Byron, and I can't think of her name right now. Oh, she gonna kill me.
Nate?
Not Nate, but the lady who we had on our show, her daughters root her on for being a screamer and stuff like that. The girl who we just had on.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I apologize. But the thing is, she even mentioned that, you know, it's just I lost my damn point. But it's to the point, man. It's just like people who grew up like an anime now is being able to express it more. And we're like, as we've been adults, we're able to pass it out. Because we made anime what it is right now, far as popular
and millennials
and hype. You
Shout
know,
out to
so it's
millennials.
like, you know, it's to the point. Yes, I'm sorry, bro. I was going somewhere with that, but I lost my train
He
of
was
thought.
going somewhere, everybody, but he got lost. It's okay. We know we brought him
I'm
back.
thirsty.
He's here with us now. He got some water. He's going. I think what something up. What he's trying to say is that the millennial generation, the millennial generation, we were very, and we still are. We didn't want to grow up, and we kept our childlikeness, and we brought it through into our adulthood through anime and comics and gaming, and that's why all those mediums are huger than they've ever been. Thanks to us, the millennial generation, and Gen Z picked up right where we left off, and Gen Alpha also is too. And so I think that's kind of what you were trying to sum up there, right?
Yeah, like how you mentioned Relentless, that Chris Brown got Goku figures and stuff like that, because I might look old as hell, but me and Chris Brown same goddamn age. But it's to the point where it's like, you know, it's to the point he had to grow up in that era where we didn't know what Dragon Ball was. We didn't know what Inuyasha was or nothing like that. We only was able to experience that through Adult Swim. You know, and Adult Swim and Toonami. So it's like now it's more broader when it comes down to watching anime. You can watch anime everywhere now, and it's like it's more accessible at this point than it was then.
Absolutely.
Listen, Relentless. Let's get into what are you watching right now? Kind of what are you not like your favorites, but what are kind of some of the animes? I mean, I guess your favorites. What are some of the animes you get into currently that are currently streaming? What are you recommending for people?
Definitely. What I'm watching right now, Kaiju number 8, very good. Excuse me. I'm watching. I just finished watching To Be Hero X. Definitely good. Mystery anime, very different animation styles. It's really cool. I still don't know what the hell was going on, but I liked it. So I'm ready for season 2. Just finished 2, Dawn to Dawn. I know some people feel it's problematic, but go watch Berserk if you think that way too.
No, exactly right.
You know,
Berserk.
Hey, you know, that or Redo a Healer, or Goblin Slayer. It's worse things out there than Dawn to Dawn. But Dawn to Dawn, one, I can't pronounce it right, but I think it's Gachu Akui. Like, I forgot how to say it, but I know it's like it talks about like not sacred treasures, gifts, but basically it's like main character gets thrown into like the bottom pit of the world, and it's like his world is crappy, and it's like the rich, wealthy aristocrats, and he discovers that he has this power where I think it's called sacred treasures, I think, but it's like, you know, in this world, like this pencil is my tool, my weapon, and like I took such good care of this pencil. Now when I'm in combat, it's a 12-foot sword that can take out enemies in one hit. Things literally like that. Like in one episode, he used a keyboard to defeat an enemy, and then in his first episode, when he used chains. So it's like it's pretty cool. Another anime that I'm Ga Gaga Gaga I don't know how the hell to say it. I just know it start with a G, and the main character got white hair and he wear gloves.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay. Nice. So he's powerful. The white-haired character trope in anime is full effect.
Absolutely.
Nice. That's
so we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, and I hope you was thinking about this as we was going through these questions. But what are your top 5 from least to favorite anime?
Okay, this is tough for me because it's like when I hear my favorite, I mean my favorite. I don't mean like objectively the best. So if I'm going just
forget
my favorite
opinions, it's
yours. Got you. My favorite, number 1, Bleach. It's my favorite anime. I met Ichigo.
Hold on, let me ask you: is that your favorite, or that's your least favorite?
That's my favorite. That's number 1.
Oh, so go down from your least to your favorite.
Find one.
Well, no, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Go ahead and do your top to your least.
No, I can flip it. It's okay.
Now.
It's okay. So I'll flip it. So 5, I would give it to Kuroko's No Basket. I think it's the best sports anime ever made. Better than Slam Dunk, better than Prince of Tennis, better than Blue Lock. It's such a great story, and I genuinely love it. I'm also just a big basketball fan, so I'm maybe partially biased. Number 4, I'm gonna give it to One Piece. Great story. Objectively, I think that's the greatest story in all of anime. Number 3, I'm gonna give it to. I'm actually gonna give it to Demon Slayer. It's like it genuinely has like won me over, and I hate all the flack it gets online when it's actually a very really well written story and it's very beautiful. And I think that we're so oversaturated now. This is a little bit of a soapbox. I think we're so oversaturated now with the heroes got to kind of be shitty and the villains got to kind of be justified and good people, that when we just get a straightforward story of good versus evil, now we feel it's lackluster, when that's not fair. Number 2, Dragon Ball Z just stood the test of time. It's fantastic. Now, if I was going like objectively, Dragon Ball would be over it. But then number 1 is Bleach.
Okay. Ichigo. Okay. So my thing is with Bleach, right?
Oh, here we go.
And I love Bleach.
Okay.
Dude, don't get me wrong. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Bleach.
All right.
What is your favorite weapon for Ichigo? Is it the I can't think of the name of it. Damn.
With his Zanpakuto or the Bankai?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Zanpakuto or the Ragnarök.
I would genuinely say that
his big sword or his small sword.
I'm actually going with his Zanpakuto. Just because it's, you know, the size of your Zanpakuto indicates, you know, how powerful you are. When he first got it, Rukia is just like, it's not supposed to be that big. Like, it's supposed to be normal, it's supposed to be contained, because of like our real powers were shown really how it is. Our swords be the size of skyscrapers. So the fact that yours is that big and you're still trying kind of sort of to contain it, that shows you're pretty badass. Like, so that's why I like it. That's my favorite one. Is definitely his Zanpakuto.
Nice. I wasn't gonna talk bad about Bleach because I'm a Bleach fan myself.
I love Bleach. Yeah,
I'm just used to the slander.
Into the other seasons, Bleach.
It's long as hell, but hey, I love it.
Definitely watch it.
Is all of it on Hulu or Crunchyroll? You know, where you can stream all of it.
All of it's on Hulu.
So when we get off of the podcast, Byron, I'm gonna send you a link.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
please do.
I got you. Whoever wants that link, I got you. But going on from anime to well, I do got one anime question that I want to ask, because I've been feeling like everybody needs to answer this question when it comes down to anime. Do you feel Goku was a good dad?
Yes. Yeah, yes, yes. Can we stop saying that this man was a bad dad? Because people are like, oh, he'd rather go train than actually hang out with his son. He would invite his son to go training with him because it's like the best way for me that I have. Well, my cousin said this. I want to give him the credit, and he's absolutely right. Goku is just the father figure who wants his son to do what he did. Like, not in the way of it's like domineering. Well, is that the right word? Not where it's disrespectful, where it's harsh, where it's like disingenuous. It's like, yes, and I get you want to study. That's cool, but also come spar with me. Like, because their
See,
time in the time chamber, I think I said that right. I'm sorry, my brain is everywhere because it's like
no, you
this
said it right.
question. This
Time
is
frame.
yes, like we showed how much of a good father Goku was. Where like he trained Gohan, he taught him how to prepare, he pushed him, but he didn't like break him. And it was one of those things where it's like he genuinely loves him, he cares about him. If he really didn't care about him, Goku wouldn't have put his life on the line that many times. Let's be real about that. Vegeta's the bad father. Vegeta's the bad father. He literally took. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He
He's an
told
aggressive
Trunks he
dad, I'll
will
say
kill
that.
him if he wouldn't get out of his way to fight Cell.
Bro, that's
Goku
just
wouldn't have
tough
did that to
love, man.
Gohan. Get the hell. Oh yeah, that's right. Tell
No,
my kid I'm gonna fuck you up and kill you is tough love. Nah.
I mean, Goku, look, if you do not remember on Planet Namek when Krillin died, Goku, what Goku told Gohan? He told him, you better get your ass out of here if I make your ass get up out of here.
Yes.
Because I got to fight Frieza.
Yes, because he don't want anybody else to
Them
die.
fans, they ruthless.
Well, yeah, but he's also a Saiyan. And like that's one of the hard things too.
I agree with you. Goku is a good dad. And I think that's one of the things that Super did so well. Because I love Super so much. I feel like in Super, we get to see Goku being a dad at various different points. And you get to see, him, and it kind of works. And so that's one thing that I think that Super did well, to show those little moments of Goku being a dad.
See, my thing with Goku being a good dad, he's a great dad. Everyone on not Super, everyone in Dragon Ball is a great dad. Ox King, Grandpa Gohan, everybody is a great dad. You want me to tell you who a bad dad is?
Super? Who?
Dr. Jiru.
Dr. Jiru.
Jiro, he's an evil dad, bro. He made his kids and basically sacrificed them, bro. But neither here nor there. But one thing I love about Goku has been a great dad, bro. He had to train, and he wanted his son to train because he knew if he was to leave this planet one day, he want the planet to be protected, and he want all his legacy to be protected, as far as Pan and Chi-Chi and stuff like that. So he wanted Gohan to train, just so he also wanted Gohan to study. He didn't too much knock him for studying, but he also just wanted him to get strong because that's who he was as his race. It was just a strong race, and they had to fight. So by him being a half breed, it's just, my opinion though, I don't like the fact that half breeds are way powerful than the damn actual Saiyans.
They have the most potential.
That always threw me the fuck off.
They had the most potential because of that human half of them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's actually a good point. We haven't asked many people this, but where do you think Dragon Ball Z, or just the Dragon Ball franchise, where would you like the story to go in the future if you had the chance to approve, a brand new 3-season Dragon Ball arc? What would you want to see? What would be Relentless's new Dragon Ball? Kind of where do you place him? Would you do a time jump, no time jump? What do you want to see?
All right, so I'm a huge Gohan fan. Gohan is my favorite Dragon Ball Z character and my favorite anime character of all time. Like, if you know me and you had to ask anybody around, like, hey, do you know his favorite anime character? They will tell you that that's it. Everybody who knows me know that that's it. I would like to see more with Gohan from what we got in the superhero movie. Like, it was cool, his new beast transformation was awesome, and it really just showed you how powerful he is, and how it just goes back to how the half breeds of Saiyans and humans are the most powerful because they have the most potential. So I would like to see more of that with him, as well as Trunks and Goten. I would think that a nice 3-season show about Gohan training his brother, and essentially and his mentee, you know, because of the whole Future Trunks storyline, essentially training his brother and his kind of sort of his nephew or another little brother, training them and facing a new threat. And I think the new threat should be Cooler returning.
Yeah, honestly, that hits the nail right on the head for me. I'm a big fan of continuing the story, especially the way they've set it up with the family, and there's more potential to see, especially from Super. Gohan really had that moment where he's like, "Oh my god, I haven't been training. Like they could have destroyed the planet, and I could have stopped them, but I'm not ready." I think there's way more to dive into with that. Like you could do a whole series centered around Gohan. You'd have to, I don't know if you jump at I mean, you could just do a big time jump to where Vegeta and Goku are just older, and then because they're older, they can't like quite get as powerful just because they're older. Or maybe I don't know, maybe like do like the comic book thing where they're just at another planet helping another planet.
That what I was just about to say. What if they went to Universe 6 to see the other Saiyans?
Yeah, there's lots of things to do with Goku and Vegeta, and maybe kind of. But I would love to them to really get into Gohan realizing he has to go God level, and it's going to take him time because he hasn't been training for all this time that Vegeta and Goku have, and it's going to take him 3 seasons. He's going to have to go through 3. He's going to have to go through 4, and then finally after 4, he gets blue. That would be sick.
Yeah, and that's why I think to piggyback with that, I think that'll be awesome. A 3-season show of just Vegeta and Goku. Hey, we went off because we're gonna go find some more strong up to fight. So if anything happens, y'all got it. And it's like,
hold it down.
Oh snap,
you guys got it. Hold down.
I say, we got word that Cooler is returning. Excuse me. Yes, and it's just like, well, who is the most powerful here? Realistically, is Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. So Gohan has to be a mentor. He has to use the things he learned.
Yeah, don't waste time.
Yeah, it don't have to be long. It can be Daima long. And I'll be satisfied with that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. I think I do think the series eventually has to prioritize the younger generation and gracefully move on from Goku and Vegeta. I don't know how or when they'll do it. I'm not the writer to do it, but somebody's got to.
And it's not even necessarily moving on. It's just it could be like a side story. Dragon Ball Super, the Path of Gohan, or something like that. Or it could talk about like a little mini series of Gotenks and Trunks going to college and stuff in that nature. It like
Cool.
that would be dope, bro. Just to have like a 15 episode series, and it don't even have to be multiple seasons. It just be one little thing just to get everybody perspective of the Dragon Ball's universe. Even if we get a damn Chi-Chi just going around cussing Goku out, that I'd be happy with that, though. Something different, something that just don't have Goku and Vegeta in it. Because
I want to see this Goku and Trunks in college now. I'm like, that sounds fun.
I mean, they was kind of like throwing it out there with the little comic, the manga, but it's to the point where I want this to actually be a thing. Like, make this into a series where we get Piccolo going back to the demon world and visiting the other Namek and, learning like different side story. I think Dragon Ball will grow more popular, which it already is. I don't want to take no credit from it, but I think it will definitely bring in so many audience if they did go into a venture.
Yeah, start telling the other stories. Realize that the other characters are very popular too, and they can kind of hold some mini series and little special series, little shorts like 45-minute movies and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. But let's get into what we really talk about on this channel: the gaming, the games. So, you're a gamer. What was kinda what got you into gaming? How long have you been gaming? What do you play on? Tell us about it. Nice, nice. Shout out to PlayStation. Mm, nice.
Yo,
I think it
that's
was Johnson versus Bird.
yeah. Jordan
Yeah,
versus Bird.
I think it
What?
was Johnson versus Bird, yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah, that's what's up. Are there any, fond memories you have of that NES playing, like, were you and your dad played Duck Hunt together or Mario together or anything like that? Yeah, on the screen, on the screen. Yeah, that's what's up, yeah. Yeah,
That's dope,
and that
man.
was the classic thing. Everybody used to go right to the screen, especially that one that was trying to get to the corner, and you'd be like, "No," and you'd run up there and try to get in the corner real quick. Yeah, that was the classic move.
Well,
Why can't they bring back a duck hunt, peripheral for today?
exactly.
It'd be probably much more accurate and a lot cheaper to make.
I mean, Byron, you might be speaking too soon because I think they might end up doing that for real. If they bringing back the Virtual
What'd you say?
Boy,
My feed broke up a little there.
I said if they're bringing back the Virtual Boy headset as an accessory, they might
Yeah,
bring back the light gun
they should. Those things were great. That stuff was so cool.
and put it
Yeah,
on the Switch Online or something like that. So I don't know, it might happen sooner or later.
yeah. What about so what are you into right now, Relentless? What are you playing on the PS5? What's grabbing your attention these past couple months or over the summer? I gotta get down with you. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to Yazke. Real quick, because you're talking about Marvel, who's your favorite X-Men? Real quick. Nightcrawler, nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Hey, because Nightcrawler is actually a black dude, but hey, I like that.
Nightcrawler is
Hey, look, there's some black Germans out there
he's
now.
blue.
Don't be surprised. But you know how they try to like insinuate that insinuate that the colored characters was actually colored people. So like Beast Boy, for
I think
example,
that's an
Beast Boy was a
interpretation
black
some
dude.
people have.
Hey, I mean, hey, look, they ain't my words. But Nightcrawler cool though, man.
Well, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So that's I like that what you're playing right now, but let's get into the top 5 games of all time. So just like with anime, give us your number 5 all the way down to 1 of games. And obviously this can be whatever you
Whole series, whole franchise. It could
No
be
pressure. No
anything you
pressure.
want. Don't worry. Nobody ain't gonna shoot you about it.
Okay. 3 is very good. Okay, okay.
Good job.
Wii
Way
Sports was great.
exciting than some Mario Kart 8.
What's number 2? Nice. Good choice. Yeah, he killed it.
Boy,
Don't worry, as you get older, there'll be
yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. But
as you get older, you just start stuff like, "That was a good ending."
don't for no reason, bro. I'm talking you could be the manliest man and just dog crying over Lion King, bro, for no reason.
Oh, I've there there've been mo I think there's been very few of the newer Pixar movies I haven't cried over. I've cried over more than the ones I have not. Yeah, with the brothers, dude, same thing. Bawling at the when calling the dad and everything like that, bawling. Also Coco, cried. Gosh, bunch of other movies. Yeah. I cried in Infinity War when Rhodey tells Cap to check his left, and then you see
Everybody
T'Challa
feared.
come through there, and I'm like, "Oh." Yeah, I'm sorry, Endgame, my bad, Infinity War. Endgame, yes.
But you know, like I said, at the end of the day, bro, it just you get really emotional when you get a little older. So it just you know, it comes with it. So get ready for it, bro. But
What's that number 1, though? What's
yeah,
that
what's
number
that number
1?
one? There you go. Okay.
Nice.
I ain't
They're doing
gonna.
a remake.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's a remake. Exactly. Yeah.
But
No, you're 100% right. That's one of those ones that a lot of Assassin's Creed fans love. I haven't played that one. I need to.
and
For me,
Liberation,
my
Liberation was great too.
best is still Origins for me.
You need to try Liberation.
I cried in Origins, actually. I cried at the end of Origins with him and his wife. I thought their whole story was so beautifully done, and the way at the end of the thing where she couldn't fully go back to him, I was just crying. I was like, "This is one of the best black stories I've ever seen in gaming." Like, it's just, like, amazing. Dog.
I wasn't ready for this.
Bro, twisted. I mean, she and that actress for his wife, they both did an amazing job, but she kind of stole the show in some of those scenes in a good way. That's why that one, that yeah, oh yeah. They need to bring that one needs a sequel. They need a sequel about her.
You think so?
Yeah, I'd play it in an instant. Who knows where she goes? I don't know where she goes. She goes somewhere cool,
They might end up introducing it on the remake.
right?
They might put it in a remake, so you never know, really.
Gosh, I'd love for them to remaster, remake that one, anything. Just give me like updated graphics and all that. Still, let's go.
Before we end this segment, man, something I did want to kind of ask you and stuff like that, if y'all can hear me. How has it been for you as a podcaster? Like, what is your toughest time, and what tips would you recommend to people who's starting off in podcasting?
List is too long, huh?
You can make it short.
Definitely. Yeah, that's great advice.
I
That's the
definitely
right
ran into
advice.
that a few times, bro. So yeah.
Appreciate that.
Gave it all I got.
And to leave us with a Shannon.
Yo, I did not expect that.
Oh, man.
I gave it all I had, man.
Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay.
Man, look, man, we definitely grateful for having you on the show, man. You definitely gave us some insight on how to be a good podcaster and your favorite animes and your favorite games. Is there anything you want people who don't know you to know, or where they can find you, what you currently doing right now, everything in that nature? You ain't lying though.
I disagree.
Uh,
That's what's up. Nice. Yeah, guys, go and like and subscribe. Tune into all of his stuff. And make sure you guys, keep it going. Subscribe. We got to support all these smaller creators right now. You know, the media landscape, the entertainment landscape is a weird place. So go out and support your creators. Please, please, please. We need that help. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys, we're going to see you next week for some more Retro Pioneers podcast talk. Peace.
Peace.